Hello, I'm speaking with Nancy today. Here she is. Hi, Nancy. Hi.
Hello.
Can
Hello.
you?
I'm Nancy, and
Okay.
I'm 8, and I like sausages, and I like ice cream.
Okay. Sausages and ice cream together, or sausages and ice cream separately?
Separately. But I like them in the same meal.
What is the most important thing for you about Educare Small School?
I think the most important thing to me is going to school and being able to say hello everybody to all my friends and classmates and teachers and everyone at school.
So your favorite thing is just being with everybody at school?
Yeah, just being able to say hello. Did you have a nice weekend, or what did you do last night?
Okay, that's brilliant. What do you like about Educare?
I like because in lots of different schools, you normally have thousands of people and loads of people and zooming around, and might not be very fun. But because it's a small school, it's quite a lot nicer because you get a chance to know anybody. Otherwise, if you're in a school where there's like 2,000 people, then you might come to school and there'll be a few people that you didn't even know what their name was or how old are they.
So that's amazing. So do you know the names of everybody in your school?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
But some of the,
Well, I don't think there's many people who go to a school where they could say they know everybody's name. So I just want to ask you about some of the odd things that we do at school. Because at other schools, they don't do these things. So let's imagine that you're talking to someone same age as you, and they go to a different school, and you're trying to explain to them some of the things that we do at Educare. So first of all, what about the ready list? Can you remember what that is?
well, the ready list is a way of, like, you might be able to just about start a book or something, and you don't want to suddenly go, okay, I got my pencil, I'm going to start writing. You've got to calm yourself down first and think about what you're going to do, rather than just rushing on. And so, good way of doing it would be to do your ready list, and it goes like this: you have to stop, and you have to see, and you have to breathe, and you have to do your soft neutral body, which is when you let your head float up like your head is a balloon and your shoulders melt down like they're running custard.
Wow, that's a fantastic description of the ready list. I think if somebody was, if I didn't know anything about it and you explained that to me, then I would completely understand what it was all about. So, Nancy, one of the other strange things we do at Educare is called movement circle. And if you were having to explain that to someone, how would you explain what movement circle is and what it's for?
Well, movement circle is something we do before we start our day, and it gives us energy and makes us interested and happy and ready to start our day. So there's a few basic things that we do. We do brain buttons, where you put one hand on your tummy and one hand and you rub it. And then we do cross crawling. Can't really show you, but you start marching, and then you put the hand on the opposite knee, and you squat over. So you do this hand, then that hand, then this hand, then that hand, and you lift up the opposite foot to the opposite hand, and then the other one, the other one, the other one, the other one, like that. And then we also do some thumps and taps and rubs, and then we do our breathing. So first it's where you have to reach from the ground. You do 3, and then you have to do 3 from the air around you and 3 from the sky. And then we also do one where you have hands, knock them up like this and cross your ankles, and then do 1, 2, 3. And then you do the same, but you uncross your ankles and you put your hands together like this. And then we do cranium pulls, things like this, and then we do an energy yawn. And then we do our zip up, which is to remind us to have a tall and soft body.
That's a lovely explanation, Nancy. I think, again, I would be very clear about what that was if I didn't know anything about it. That's really cool. So the other thing that Educare does is called quiet time. So again, if I didn't know anything about quiet time, could you explain quiet time to me, please?
Quiet time is, well, you don't normally do it in other schools, but it's where you have time to not focusing on, oh no, I'm going to get this book really wrong and I scored my math job wrong and da da da. You just have time to think about your body and lie down and close your eyes and listen to music or maybe even read music. And then we do our hook up and cross our ankles, and then we put our knees up, bend our knees up, and put our hands like that on our chest. And then we lie there for quite a long time, and then we have to roll over onto our side and sit up, and then we'll wait, or maybe do some with something like the readiest or spotting colours, and before we get up, and then we go on and have a drink, and then carry on with what we were doing.
How do you feel when you do quiet time? Does it make any difference to how you feel?
Well, it makes you feel relaxed and calmer and more ready to do something.
Oh, okay. And also there's another thing that happens at quiet time, isn't there? Which is that sometimes people are helpers. And I think anyone watching would wonder what a helper was and what they were doing. And I just wondered if you could maybe describe that to people too.
Well, helper is, we all take turns because it's quite a fun job, but it's where you have to, after doing this one, you roll onto your side and sit up before everyone else. There's normally 3 or 2. And then you'll go round and you'll put when they're lying down, you'll put your hands like that on there. Just don't lean on them. But no, you put your hands like that, and then you go like that, and then like that, and then you'll move on to the next person. And then once you've done everybody, you lie down for maybe 3 more minutes, and then everyone rolls over and sits up.
So I think I'd want to know, if you told me this, why are you putting your hands in those places? Why are you putting your hands on people like that? What's that about? Why do it at all?
I'm not sure.
It's okay.
But I think it's something to do with making you feel the different parts of your body and making there are places when you do that, it makes you feel more relaxed. To be honest, I'm not very sure.
Do you notice how it feels when someone does it to you? I'm just really curious.
Well, I like it when if it's a hot day that or cold day, it's nice to have someone's warm hands put on your face, and it's quite nice. And also, I really like it when if they first touch you and you haven't been touched there for ages, or maybe not the whole day, then you touch there and it feels really weird, like tickly sort of feeling.
Okay, that's brilliant.
We have a sheet and we'll do a lazy 8, and you have to put one hand in the middle and you have to go round and then stop in the middle, and then round and stop in the middle, and then you get your other hand, go round, stop in the middle, and then you do your labyrinth, which is where your finger on the start, you go round, and then you go up, round, and to the end. Then you stop and you do your ready list. Then you go back out again. And then you do the same with both the other hand. And at the end, if you're feeling confident, you can do them both at the same time.
That sounds really tricky.
It is.
Do you know why you do that? Why do you think you do that?
Well, it's a bit like the ready list, but you have to put the ready list in it. It's like you have your ready list and then you add a bit to the ready list. And this is something that we don't always do, but we do sometimes. And it's quite hard to learn, really.
I find it really difficult. This is a question. What do you feel like when you do your lazy labyrinths?
You feel like you're sort of focusing on something. You don't feel like you care about anything else. You don't care if you're itchy or you don't care. You're just going. You're really focusing on something.
When you leave Educare, what kind of school, if you could wave your magic wand again and make your own school, almost like a real sort of Lego set, and you could put in the school whatever you wanted, have any activities you wanted, just have the school, totally designed by you, every single thing about it. What kind of school would you like to have?
Well, I'd like to have a school where things are fair and everyone's happy and you have friends, and definitely not one of the schools where like Tiffin Girls School or Tiffin Boys School where you only get girls or only get boys, because it's nice to be with boys and nice to be with girls as well. And I think I would definitely put in Alexander technique, which is the things that we've been talking about. And I would make sure that everyone would feel happy and comfortable, and it wasn't like a big lazy labyrinth.
I think I'd like to go to that school. Sounds like a nice school to me. Okay, so last question. Is there anything that you think you will remember for always about Educare Small School? Tricky question, but have a guess, or what do you think?
I think the thing I'd remember the most is before everyone leaves, we have a leaving circle and everyone tells nice things about what you've done and why they like you and how they're going to miss you. I think I'll try to remember all of those lovely things that people have said about me.
Oh, that's lovely, Nancy. What a nice thing to take away with you. A lovely memory like that. Is there anything else you want to say before we stop?
I'd like to say for anyone who's going to watch this that I really like Educare, and if you do come, I hope you like it as well. Bye bye.
What a nice note to end on. Goodbye, Nancy. Thank you so much.